What is up, my simpies? Welcome back to the Anime Monopoly channel. Talk about anything and everything anime. And today we're gonna talk about Frostnova. I'm not gonna give you guys too much hope of her adding her to the game, but yeah. But before we get into that, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more videos like this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. First, I'd like to apologize real quick for another video yesterday. You can kind of hear my voice. I'm sick a little, but we're okay nonetheless. So let's keep it going. Yes, Frostnova. I kind of got tricked by some very well edited Photoshop pictures on Facebook of Frostnova. Now, if you do not know who Frostnova is, or you're new to Art Nice and you're watching this video, Frostnova is one of the most beloved villains, because she's the villain in the game, in the story. Her part was so amazing, and it's just so beautiful the way they executed it in the anime and in game. One of the best moments and saddest moments that we our nice community had to live. But this is one of the videos I was talking about. Here it is. I think it was Facebook. But it looks so legit. It looks really good. I kind of fell for it, so I was doing a little bit of research. There's nothing confirmed that she's going to be added to the game, so this more than likely is fan made, which is fine, I guess. But I have been reading from a little bit of research that I did do. There's possibilities of her to get added, or one specific possibility for her to be added in the game for us to be able to use it. Because one thing about Yellowstar, they stick with the lore. If a character is dead and is no longer alive in story, they're not gonna add that character for us to be playable or for us to pull said character. At one point I thought Ines was dead, but she's not. She's still alive. That's why they added her to the game. But anyways, you might be asking yourself, how is it that Frostnova might eventually get added? Well, I learned that the story of Scotty the Corrupt is a totally separate timeline. A totally separate timeline, and apparently in that timeline, I think everybody's gone but her and the trio, which is her, Shark, and the other operator. I forgot her name. Shark being Spectre, I believe. And people are saying there's a possibility to have a different timeline or some way, some sort. There's a different timeline for Frostnova as well. People saying they could use that as an excuse to bring her in game and have her as a playable character in game, which is, if they did that for Scotty the Corrupt, that is a possibility that she could be added to the game. That is a possibility, a heavy possibility. Now, I say heavy, but would it ever happen? That's the question. We don't know. And more than likely, the chances of it happening are very slim. So, I will say this though, I did get fooled by this I guess the fan-made E2 art for Frostnova. It looks amazing. I love it. It speaks like she's singing her melody and her power is getting activated at the same time. Gorgeous, amazing. Art that they made for her. It looks legit. I fell for it hard. I fell for it hard. Looks very legit. But anyways, let's visit the game real quick. 'Cause I do want to talk about Scotty a bit more. Alright, as you can see, I am in my game. I had to record this because this new phone doesn't record my voice when I screen record. But anyways, talking about a little bit more about Scotty, about her situation, and how they added her to the game. And we're gonna speculate on the other options to how Frostnova is possible to be added to the game. So the first thing first, obviously, is Scotty the Corrupt is from a completely different timeline where everybody's gone, and she went back to her, not hometown, but to her people, in a way. And if you played it, one of my favorite stories, one of the best stories, in my opinion, of the game that they added for us to play. So if they manage to do that with her, they could do a completely different timeline with Frostnova, where in that timeline, instead of Frostnova dying from her sickness, she joins Rhode Island, stays alive and joins Rhode Island, and becomes part of Rhode Island's next to the Doctor. That would be something that would be a possibility of how they will be able to add her in game if they were to do it Scouter's way, where they would add a completely different timeline, and she she's good. She ends up turning around and she ends up being good. Now the other way, I believe I was looking for her here, Angelina. This is the other option that I read slightly, and that's bringing her back somehow. Like I said, I don't know the lore much about Enfield, but apparently somehow she got brought back to life. Enfield. I heard it was a spin-off, so I don't know. But that's why Angelina's in Enfield. They had the info, Rhode Island had the info, and she got brought back to life. Now, the third option, which I think is the second best or first best way to bring Frostnova in game as a playable character, is they go more in depth on her backstory of what she went through, like they did with Rosa, and some of the other girls she was struggling with to grow up, in this world. If they could go more in depth with Frostnova's past and her story and her origins, that's the biggest possibility of me seeing Frostnova, or any of us seeing Frostnova, getting added to the game, which to me would be the best thing ever to have happen, because it's Frostnova. We love Frostnova. Like I said, she's the most extremely popular character in game. One of the favorite villains for sure. One of the best waifus for sure in game. Just because of her story, like I said, her story was done so well, and they did it justice. And a beautiful story of Frostnova indeed. That's the best way I see. Excuse me. That's honestly the best option I see them adding Frostnova to the game. If one day Joe starts like, look, how about we go in a series, these next few events that are gonna happen, let's call it the villain arc, where they add the origins of every villain. And I'm not talking about like all in one event. Each villain gets their separate event, and not only that, we get to pull the villains as well. Something like that, or they can just be like, look, Frostnova is extremely popular. People love her. People want her in game. For us to give her to them, let's go more in depth into her backstory, where they played through her backstory, learn a bit more how she made Patriot and everything. and just extend the story a bit more and make it more in depth. And then they can pull Frostnova, and then when a few new units, they can pull from as well. That's the best way I see it happening. Is it gonna happen? Who knows at this point? The chances of any of this happening, speaking of, are very, very slim. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form. I'm not trying to give your guys hopes up, but you guys get hella excited because, like I said, for all we know, this is never gonna happen. You know, it's just me speculating. Speculating indeed, man. I hope it does happen. But, anyways, guys, that is it for me. That is my take on Frostnova. Let me know down in the comments what you think of how you can speculate, how you think they could add her to the game for us to enjoy her as a powerful unit. But like I said, once again, that is it for me. Remember, guys, thank you for this amazing journey. Thank you for this epic support you guys been giving me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to stay safe and be safe. And have a great weekend. Ciao.